Okay. Versatile Vigilante, Young Vince, Uncle Vinny, you got the legends back in the building, man. Return.
What's up, V?
Respect, bro.
Legendary M Works and CK.
Respect for having me,
guys, bro.
What's up, brother?
Thank you guys for coming out, man.
For sure.
Amazing to see you again.
How you been feeling?
I've been great, bro. Salud. Shout out Island Diaz as well. Let's get it.
Yeah, shit, nice.
Yo, we were talking before this. It's been almost a year since the first fucking interview, man.
Yeah, bro. And it's crazy the progress that you've done with Versatile Vigilante. You know what I mean? Look how you filled up the board. I remember first signing it. It wasn't nearly as full. So when I first came in, I was like, damn, that's crazy.
Man.
You guys say you built a nice catalog.
I appreciate that, bro. I was saying to you guys earlier, but for the people watching too, like the M Works CK interview to me was like a huge chapter in this shit, bro. Like you guys, I watched your videos. I was actually fan of it. For you to come through, be super fucking cool. I think like that was a fun ass talk. Anyway, even just shooting the shit, and then people see like, oh, M Works came through, CK came through, like that's fucking sick. Yeah. So I really appreciate you guys, man. Real shit.
For sure. Likewise.
That's real homie shit.
Definitely one of my favorite interviews.
That's what we're here for, the part two.
Part two, man. The Godfather part 2.
I gotta get you a hat, my guy.
Yes.
Yes.
All immediately, bro. Immediately. I rep that proudly, man.
Yeah.
Let's fucking get it. So what's been new with you guys, though, man? What's going on?
Well, last time we came in, we were still working on the film, still minded the mass. Depending on when you're watching this, it's about to come out. So that's my premiere film, my first short film, and really just my transition into the cinematography side that I really want to show the world that I could offer. You know what I mean? It's really just transitioning from what I'm known for as Toronto music videos to just a broader spectrum of what I could do with the camera,
right?
And how I could put my ideas into life, So, Minded the Mass, that was a great experience for me and the team, just to be able to create a film that we brought up and we really wrote and produced all from nothing. So to see it all come to life, it's one of my favorite moments of my career so far.
I'll just say this: no day felt like a work day when I was working on that set.
I could imagine, man. I
could imagine. What do you mean by that?
I don't know. I guess when people say they got work to do, they got something to do. Like they look at it just like work, like just something that you're not gonna want to go do. But I feel like I was more excited. I was telling this guy, I feel like the best part was to film that. Like,
yes,
I'm excited to watch it. But I'm excited to I was excited at that time too. Like I feel like this was just even better. Some people think like the end result of something is usually the best part of it. But even working towards that, I feel like it's the best part for me.
I completely see that, bro.
Yeah, filming that movie, it was crazy. It was a lot of long days. I remember the first day of filming, I had no sleep for 48 hours. So I was literally going 2 days no sleep and then another 24 hours because I don't think I slept all that night. But it was really just the ambition and just the drive to bang this out. You know what I mean? The reason I didn't have sleep those couple days is just because I was finalizing scripts, locking in all the locations. But it all played out.
Bro, that's like your guys' baby, man. That's a huge project to undertake. I love to hear that type of shit.
Yeah.
How did that like change you as people? Because like a film set is a different vibe, man. So did that make you like look at things a little bit differently? Maybe like more patience or more, you know what I'm saying?
Not really, because I'm used to going on shoots where it's long hours and just like a lot of work, going to a lot of different places, crunching time, working with the sun setting.
Right.
You got to get the shot before the sun sets, or otherwise you can't do it again. It'll be a completely different look. So I've been pretty fine tuned to that type of work and that type of patience that you'll need to deal with when on set. But and even same thing with CK. CK's been with me for so many shoots that he already knows exactly what it's like. It was nothing for us.
Oh yeah, no, for real. Like even when I went there too, like usually I'll ask this guy like there'd be certain things that I'll do. You know what I mean? Even if it's not giving my creative take on something. But with that, I actually want to get more hands on. So there's certain things that I never did prior, like do the audio. Right. I thought that was pretty cool. Like I never did the audio before, but I had fun doing it. You know what I mean? Yeah, just even finding different locations to go film at, like scouting them out. That was pretty cool. And yeah, just even if I could get my hands on the camera the next time too, that'd be dope.
Oh, you want to start getting into filming? Okay.
Get my hands on the camera next time. Shoot a little scene in between. That'd be dope.
What makes you want to get into filming? Like actually
Man, just to capture your own perspective of writing something out and then seeing how it's gonna transition and be put forward on the lens.
Yeah.
See how you can make that come alive.
I feel like that's like an addictive feeling once you see that. Yo, I could really create something damn near from scratch, and then we could watch it. You know, I think that's such a fucking cool experience to see.
For sure. And a lot of times, like, when I'm filming a video, music videos especially, I already know how the video is gonna look. I'm already editing it in my head.
Yeah.
So it's like it's already done before it's done.
You know what you want.
Before I brought it into the physical, before your own eyes, it existed in my head.
That's the original edited program.
Yeah.
Yep, the original Adobe
Vision. Yeah, for real.
I love that, man. And again, not to be like, oh, I'm kissing these guys' ass on the show, man, but it's real shit. Like, when you guys came here and I was going through your catalog too, and you're talking about all the cool shit you're doing, really inspired me, man. I'm like, these guys are doing cool ass stuff and extremely consistent and like doing it on your own. Like, you guys are people I really look up to, that you've been doing it and still like doing unreal stuff. Every time I see like M Works post, I know it's gonna be crazy. And that's huge, bro. A lot of people can't say that, you know. So shout out to you guys, man. To me, like, consistent fucking legends in the city, bro. Real shit. I had to say that, man.
Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, even though that's what I'm known for, my transition that I really want to do next after I dabble into the film world, I want to start getting into teaching. I want to have my own academy. So we're going to be teaching. My end goal is to have the students create their own film.
Yep.
So that making the film would be like the final project. But throughout the course, it's like you're learning how to do it, the different aspects of filming, editing, animation, post-production, lighting. And then the final project is the whole class, we make a film together. So it's like you already have credits. While you're doing the course, you get a credit for a film that you did. You know what I mean?
Love that idea, bro.
Yeah, this is something that's been coming. This guy's been talking to me about.
Yeah,
so.
Definitely going to be working on that next. And even I want to do a sequel for Mind of the Mask. I got so much ideas, and I got a team that with brilliant minds, and they have ideas for films too. And like, there's just so much that I want to get to. That's like, I just love getting projects out the way so I can start working on the next one.
Yeah.
It's like a revolving door of work.
I get that, bro, and it's a purely like positive outlets too. You know, like shooting a film is such a cool experience. Work with all these different people, a class. Helping the youth, man, people, giving kids like, oh, this is someone that does cool shit, and also someone we can relate to and we can learn from. Like, I love that, man. I love that, bro. Like, anyone watching too, anything with the youth, I think, such a cool thing to do, bro.
For sure.
To me, like the most humble shit you could do, you know.
Yeah, that would be a brand new experience for me
Love
too.
that.
I've never taught, so I just love challenges. I love challenging myself to things that I've never done before.
Yeah.
Things that are difficult, taking on the task myself. So teaching, creating a film for the first time, those are all things that were brand new to me that I've never dived into before. So I just love the challenge.
My favorite thing to do is to step into a place that's unknown, and then I guess like learn all I can in that avenue, the next new place. So
Right.
that's dope.
It's like a blank canvas.
Yeah, basically,
new experience.
just adding more to your skill set.
Real
To the
shit.
collection of things that you can do. So that's what I want to keep doing.
I 100% relate to that, bro. It's cool because it's like you achieve stuff you didn't even really think of before, you know, or it's like, oh man, I never even thought I would have liked this, and then you try it, and
Hey,
man, I like
that's
it.
what I was saying. Like he cast me on a I had a nice little acting role on the Mind of the Mask, but then I was doing different things also. I was playing around with the lighting. Like I didn't think like me playing around that would have an interest, even just
Right.
the way how it has to be panned, how it needs to be handled, certain things. You know that was dope. So
Yeah, there's
got
a
to see
lot.
different avenues.
There's when you watch a film, a lot of the times you don't take in all of the things that go on behind the scenes that you don't see on camera, because there's so many different departments when it comes to creating a film. Whatever 5 minute, whether it's a short film, 5 minutes, whether it's an hour, there's a lot of different avenues that go into making it.
real shit. Yo,
So-
even right before our interview, like we're messing with lighting and shit. Even like bringing equipment and making that shit work. Like there's so much shit that goes on behind the scenes that.
Yeah, filming doesn't even have to always be the best part of doing the work.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Other things that make it even more satisfying.
Yeah.
Relationships.
In my opinion, one of the most important parts about cinematography and filming is the lighting.
Mm-hmm.
Lighting is everything, and
Yeah,
I
that's
feel
what
like
I'm
it's
saying.
a very underrated department when it comes to
Yeah.
guerrilla style filming of people just going out on shoots. Like you'll definitely see people bring out lights, but I feel like they could be adjusted to a more cinematic standard. You know, they don't always have to be a light facing straight onto you. It doesn't always have to be something that's attached to your camera. You could play around with natural lighting. You could play around with ambient light from afar.
So natural light is your best friend. I learned that on the set also.
Yeah. And that's something that I learned from my team. I wasn't always the type of person that would go crazy on lighting, but the more I got into filming, the more I realized how important it is to setting a look and setting a mood for your scene. So lighting that's definitely, I would say, one of the most important parts about filming.
That's definitely going to be a subject in the M Works school, bro.
Yeah, you could we could shoot the same scene outside or inside you're using a $10,000 camera, I'm using a $500 camera. We're shooting the same scene, but if I light mine accordingly and yours are just using natural lighting, I could get a look that may be more appealing to the audience with the little camera I use just because I lit the scene properly.
Yeah, definitely.
So
those things make a big difference.
Yeah,
huge.
Even when I'm talking about it, seems like it's playing around with the light. It seems very simplistic, but it's not. It's dense.
It kind of relates to what you were saying, CK, about like a new experience. It's like that. If you bring the same light into a different place, it might look completely different. It's playing around with shit, man.
Oh, hell yeah.
I love that. Do you see that? Do you like? There's a lot of music videos, a lot of films that come out. Do you watch it from like a director perspective? Do you feel like a film or a video you didn't make? Do you ever say like, I might have done this a little differently, or like, oh, I never thought of that. That's cool as fuck.
Yeah, both. A lot of times I get ideas from, like, I'm the type of person, I draw ideas from everything.
Right.
What I see on videos, what I see walking down the street, what I see going to a new city, I'll just take ideas from there and just kind of mold them into what I think would look good on a project of mine. But in that case, watching other people's videos, I definitely get a lot of ideas that I feel like I could use. And sometimes being a director, it's hard to watch a film without using the director's eyes. So sometimes I want to enjoy it like how I was intended to be.
Yes.
But I'm looking at like, oh, it was sick how they did this light here, and they put this light in the background here, or they did this with the edits. So I kind of lose the story in a way.
Right.
Not to say that I zone out, but I'm just so amused and enthralled by how the setup is.
Yeah.
That it kind of takes me out of the film. So
Get that for sure.
that's just me being so passionate about this whole filming thing. And
I get that, bro. It's your craft. Like, I see this shit. I have an eye for it.
Man, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy how you touched on that too, because a lot of that times as well, I'll be looking at videos and I try to dissect them also, and see how this was done, how the camera was put into a situation. You know what I mean? How did they get this shot? So I'm always trying to dissect it. If I can't figure it out, I'll ask him too, and I'll even be showing him like, yo, look, we'll be looking at videos, not to look at the videos, but to see what take that the director did to chop it up, or how he put his own twist on it. What makes it him? What makes it very So
The behind the scenes shit.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I feel you on that, bro. I think it's good for people to hear this type of stuff. Again, touching on the experience stuff. You guys have been doing it. When you keep doing shit, you see so much more. You learn so much more. I think that's good for people to hear, man. Where you keep doing it, you keep getting better. Like, I don't know, when did you start filming? Did we ever say that? I know it was with the laptop. Legendary story, by the way.
Yeah.
When that was what, like 2010?
That was
Nah, it's like 09, no?
That's like 2009. But M Works started in 2013. So next year is about to be the 10-year anniversary. So I have some crazy coming up for that.
Yeah, crazy.
That's coming up.
That's coming up.
But May
23rd, that's when I started.
May 23rd?
May 23rd.
In 2023.
In 2013.
So 2023 is going to be 10
years.
Fire. 23.
Yeah.
That's lit. Like, I know it's a while back, but think about it, like, when you were first starting out, did you ever think, yo, I'm going to make a feature film and fucking we're going to do this shit all
hell,
ourselves?
Man. Yo, dude, we probably chopped that up, like, between me and him talking about it from time. Like I even said, Mind the Mass Inception happened, like, something before. He just said, yo, be ready to work. I said, all right, I'll be ready to work. Just hit me up.
Yeah.
That's how it's always been. She just says, yo, you ready to work? I said, all right, let's go. That's how we usually deal with shit. It's that simple. Just like that. Literally what I just said, that's how we be talking.
Natural progression, man.
Yeah, we're recently, another project that we've been really working on is a Claymation video.
Right.
So That's,
Oh shit, you gonna give it to him like that?
Let him talk a
I
little
was
bit about
waiting
it.
for you to crack that one out.
All I could say is like,
Claymation.
it's funny, even though Claymation is not real actors and it's a lot of times in miniature sets, it still involves a lot of the same aspects that go on into actual filming. There's a director, there's someone that's gonna light the scene, there's a DOP who controls the camera.
Right.
You know, there's all the same things that would go on a real set are going on in the Claymation set, just on a smaller scale.
Right.
But yeah, I don't want to say too much about it until it comes out. But we've had a lot of fun working on it. It's been a lot of detail that's gone into what you're going to see in this film. So it's a Claymation. I would call it. Let's call it a musical.
Let's
What?
call it a
Let's
musical.
call it a
Let's
musical.
call that shit Broadway.
That's lit.
Let's call it a musical.
Claymation musical? That's
Claymation
fucking
musical.
crazy.
Claymation musical, man. I'ma just say this: working on that bitch, I felt like Kanye or like Wayne in the sense of like when I was working on shit, like shit's never done. I'm going back to shit I already thought was completed and done, and I asked guy like 3 times, "What do you think about it?" To go back and then do some shit again. So like it's made me become more like that. You know, I'm not gonna say I'm a perfectionist, but when I'm in that shit,
Detail.
like yeah, I'll be done one thing and then I'm working on the other thing. I'm looking back now because now I'm working on the other thing and I've gotten something in my head, an idea that can go back on the last thing I worked on. So even like I can see why when these guys be putting out albums and do like other artists be making projects, why they would say like shit's never really done, especially with them. So
Facts.
I've gotten into that whole mindset.
You into any movies, bro? Like,
Yeah.
what do you watch?
I love film, man. Like to me, I like the independent, grimy vibes more than anything. I don't watch too much like Marvel type stuff, shit like that. I like a lot of '90s and '70s films. How about you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I like
'80s too.
90s films. I like Marvel. I like sci-fi.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite genres for sure. Suspense, action, drama. But
I love film because a great film hits you. Like when some are like cool, that was cool. Some are not. You know, it didn't do anything for you. Some, to me at least, can like really affect you and inspire you, make you think. That's where I think film hits me, man.
those are the best ones, and
Yeah.
that's why with making films, if you could make someone feel an emotion, then you're doing a good job.
Crazy.
Because not anyone could just set up a scene and do a play and make you feel something. You know what I mean? So
Crazy.
if that's something that you could achieve with your film, then you've done a good job. If you can make someone feel an emotion that you want them to feel.
Oh hell yeah! You guys ever been watching a movie and then you're feeling the same adrenaline rush as I'm not gonna say the equivalent, but as the same
You're
person
feeling it.
Yeah.
that's going through
Hell
something in
yeah.
the film. So like yeah, when you can capture those type of moments and then like project them back to the viewer, that's crazy. You're doing your
Facts,
job.
bro.
You're doing your job efficiently.
You guys ever watch a movie and you're thinking about it like a couple days later? Like, yo, that was fucking nuts.
Oh yeah, there's definitely shit that's
sure.
stuck in my head.
It's such a sick thing to happen, man.
For sure.
What do you fuck with, CK?
Man, I be fucking with all types of genres.
Yeah.
It's crazy shit right now, man. I'm watching House of the Dragon. I was a big GOT fan,
Okay.
but like yeah, so
New season coming apparently.
new season.
like that?
They got a bunch of prequels and sequels in the works. So this one's actually a prequel. So I've been watching
Yeah.
that. Been fucking with that. It's dope.
You guys ever watch Better Call Saul?
Oh,
I saw
hell.
like the first season.
Yo,
Yeah, I
the
seen that
last
episode.
couple seasons are fucking nuts. It's
I
done
heard
now.
they get crazy.
Crazy. I was even telling my boy, I'm like, I'm not even selling you on the first like 3-4 seasons. Watch it because you got to get to the final two.
That's when it gets
Final
nice.
two is nuts, man.
Okay.
I prefer films to TV though. I'll say that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I like both. I don't think I have a preference. I like watching the film and then also watching the series that evolves over time.
Any films lately that you watched that hit you like?
Lately, I've been watching a lot of, getting a lot of ideas from cartoons lately.
Okay.
Yeah. One show called Primal, which is from the same creator as Samurai Jack, one of my favorite childhood shows. But it has a more mature spin to it. So
Shoutout Samurai Jack. Haven't
Yeah.
heard that show in years,
yeah,
man.
and I'm into animation too. So cartoons is one of the best sources to go and draw inspiration from.
Yeah, I'd highly suggest anyone that wants to see something dope in a different light. I definitely say check out Primal for sure.
Yeah.
Is that a cartoon too?
Yeah, so it's animation for sure. Yeah.
Sick. I recently got into
Invincible. That's another one.
Invincible.
Yeah.
I've heard good things about that one too.
That one's hard.
I got into Cowboy Bebop in the winter. You guys
Oh
watch that
hell
one?
yeah, man.
Fire.
I saw the Netflix
The original.
one.
I watched
The
the original
original.
anime.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a cult.
Crazy.
That's a cult classic.
I saw the
Crazy,
Netflix
bro.
one.
The movie
It's a
or the new one?
Yeah.
The anime one is crazy, man.
Yeah.
Fucking nuts. How do you recommend that?
True.
Yo, we were talking before too how M Works brand, M Works name rings a lot of bells, man. And you were saying you've worked with people that you were fans of yourself. How does that feel for you, man? A lot of people can't experience that or haven't.
Yeah, it's an incredible feeling, you know what I mean, to watch or to meet artists that you used to watch growing up on TV and them telling you that they're fans of your work or they know of you. You know, especially when I think like I used to watch Much Music growing up. Like that was really like the platform for Canadian acts.
Yes.
Hip hop, the urban scene, R&B, soul. That's where you would get the latest videos, Much Music, Rap City.
Grew up on that shit.
Yeah, and I mean like sometimes my friends will tell me it's like they'll say I kind of transitioned into the new age Much Music.
I would agree with that. That's definitely a true sentiment, yeah.
1000%.
And it's definitely a good feeling, but it's not something that's gonna make me like I'll always be the same person I was before I started Emirates, before I had any notoriety in the city. So it's not something that'll ever change who I am.
Right.
And one thing I would hope that, you know what I mean, no matter what level I evolve to, I hope I always stay hungry. Because a lot of people get to a point where they get comfortable and then they won't have that same drive that they did before they got on to that level. So I always try and stay hungry. I always try and stay working. I always have ideas. There's always something to be done. You know?
Facts.
Yeah, I'd agree with them too, man. Having that hunger pain is a good thing.
Huge facts, man. That was the other thing we were talking about a bit before too, where it's like I really fuck with you guys because it's always been about the work. Even in the last interview, you said, "M Works, man. I'm always working," and that's how I feel like.
That's the monarchy, yeah.
You know, it's like content. This work is fire, but let's go. We gotta go. Like let's go make some new shit. You know.
And
So,
one of the
love
most
that.
important parts about, you know, when you set a goal for yourself for the work that you want to do, you have to make sure that goal exists in your mind before it exists in the physical. So you have to see it. You have to really visualize
Believe
it.
that shit.
You have to believe it. Yeah, see it. See exactly how you want it to be in your head.
Manifestation, man. Some real shit.
Yeah, definitely.
You
Definitely
guys
gotta-
both do a great job of like kind of your work life is out there, but personal life not really out there. Was that something you guys always thought of? Where it's like, let me keep this life separate. Out here is for my work.
I just always wanted to make the work speak for itself. Really, I didn't want to have to sell the brand with a face to it. No, I'd rather just sell it with the content.
Facts.
So I was never really into, you know, being all out there on the internet about what I'm doing, personal life and all that. You know, I'm still the same. Like I said, I'm still the same person before I started M Works. Still do the exact same things, just on a more mature level. You know.
Yeah, I personally just like keep it in the shadows. I'm more of a behind the scenes guy. I'm gonna keep it that way. I want to
Love
be
that,
that guy
man.
behind the curtain as much as possible.
Love that, bro. I brought up that topic because like that again. I want to be like that because I see a lot of people where it's like all they want to do is be like.
Oh yeah, you gotta be a puppet master,
Character,
man. You
you
gotta
know?
be pulling them streaks from up top.
Exactly, man. Really be
That's
out
it.
here. You guys have that where you've been in the game. Your name actually like means something, bro. Like your name, you say that's some serious shit. A lot of guys want that, but don't really work. They're just being out like with their face out there, you know. So we need guys like you, bro. Fire content and like humble and hungry all at the same time.
There's definitely a lot of hungry and inspired artists and not artists, but just people working that are out there in the city. But at the same time, there's a lot of people that would rather would rather not put in the work and expect the results. Which
Yeah, that
is not
shit
how
don't work, man.
It's not how it'll work.
No.
So you really just have to be consistent. That's what I tell people whenever they ask me for advice about just how to start a brand. Just be consistent. And really try and be original. You know, even though I draw a lot of influence from directors that I like, I still try and put my own twist on it. So just really trying new things and one thing that's also important that I felt helped me a lot coming up and just like getting the brand out there was pushing the your logo or your name in front of their face as much as you can. So a lot of times with videos, I would have
those hats, bro.
Shit,
Classic hats.
Yeah.
and even with videos, a lot of times I'll put my logo, my animated logo in the beginning. I'll put the watermark in the video in a corner. I'll put the audio, the M Works in the beginning of it.
M Works.
When I'm titling the video, I'll put cut by M Works to make it my own little original spin. So
I was about to bring that up, man. That time when you had it cut by the mighty M Works, that shit was hard.
yeah, that was.
You
sick.
gotta bring that back on the next video.
So really, branding is important, but also just doing it in a good way and making sure you're not being over excessive with it.
Right.
Yeah, just keeping a balance. That's what life's about. Life's all about balance.
Facts.
Everything. Can't have too much of something.
Very well
Yeah.
said. Very
So
well
You
said.
gotta monitor your indulgence.
Real shit. Do you guys
So-
ever feel like you're maybe burning the candle at both ends? Like you're running around doing a lot of work. I need to chill a little bit.
Yeah, I do. Sometimes I feel like I need to chill, but that moment will only last like maybe for like a day.
Yeah. Let's
Not
get
even,
back to
maybe
it.
like half a day.
When shit starts getting like that just means you're fatigued. Because I like always being in emotion. I always like doing something because if I'm not, I'm just sitting there, I'm restless.
Mm-hmm.
So
Exact same way.
that's all it is.
real
There's a
shit.
difference between being fatigued and being uninspired too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, when you're fatigued, you gotta rest. The body needs rest.
yeah. Those
You
two
can't
things are
overwork
quite
yourself. It's
different.
not good for you. That's another thing I'll say too. A lot of people like, even though, you know, my whole slogan and my whole motto is work, nonstop work. You got to make sure that you give yourself the rest that you need. Give your body the vitamins that you need. If we want to go even deeper than that, you know what I mean. You have to treat yourself first. You know, put your health first. That's why just getting into health is another thing that I've been really investing a lot of time and knowledge into learning, and just money into things that'll help me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
Self-investment is the best investment.
yeah, definitely. Like, as much as I have a passion for learning videos and learning new things, I also like to learn more things about vitamins and nutrients and things and what they could do for your body and how your body works. You got to know yourself too.
Real shit.
That's the most important thing. You have to really know yourself. Know how your body works. Know how your body functions.
Like what might work for me might not work for you, and vice versa. Gotta
For sure.
real shit. Was that something have you always been like a health guy, or is it recently type like I want to dive into this? What was that?
Yeah, I'd definitely say recently, maybe in the last 5-6 years.
Okay.
But you know, growing up as a kid, like you don't really
Eat
care
anything,
what you
bro.
eat.
McDonald's every day.
Yeah, eat all of that. But yeah, I'm always trying to learn something too. You know, even in my free time, I'm on YouTube just watching videos, not necessarily on film, but just on other topics that I'm interested in. I'm always trying to feed my brain, keep the brain active.
Real shit, man. It's important. I like how you said don't like to sit around much, because I'm the exact same way, and it's for sure part of it's restless, but also it's like let's go do something,
Yeah,
bro. Like
yes.
sitting around watching TV at the end of the day.
Sitting around induces sleep, bro. I'm not trying to go
Facts.
to sleep, man.
Yo, real shit. You feel tired because you're not moving.
Mm.
Fucking facts, man. What's some health tips that you can give the viewers right now? Like something where tomorrow you could start doing.
Tomorrow you can start doing
Very like basic.
drink water. That's
Drink more
my
water.
number one tip. Drink as much water as you can.
Shout out, I love McConan. Drink more water, man.
Drink water. That's the number one thing you can start with. And if you're already a person that drinks a lot of water, then you know, fruits, vegetables.
Yeah, get your antioxidants in.
Yeah.
Real shit. I had to go through that lesson, bro. I think most people probably do, where it's like not taking the greatest care of myself over here. Like food wise, not eating the best, not really exercising. Then you realize if I do this, I'll literally feel better.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's a very important message, man. It's like
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
you're number one.
You gotta remember the work starts with you. So if you're not starting off right, how's the work gonna come off right? It's gonna be shaky too. So
You're not really giving yourself a chance.
Yeah. And a lot of times when you're on road working late and you're hungry, the food options aren't necessarily the healthiest. There's not too
Yeah.
many.
hell no.
Especially when you're out and about, you won't always have a meal prep.
No.
Meal prep with you.
No.
I think I was talking with this guy the other day, man. Like, just being out here in Mississauga, there used to be a few 24-hour grocery stores, but now, like, shit's cut off. I gotta go struggle and go to Shoppers Drug Mart to get certain things, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? So,
It's true, man. The way of the road is not easy, bro.
Yeah, so that's just going back into what he said about your limited food options.
I mean, there's always meal planning too, or meal prepping. It's not my favorite thing to do. But
Facts.
yeah, I find that like when I meal prep, like if I meal prep Monday to Friday, I'll eat Monday to Wednesday on Sunday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I would definitely do that too.
Habit.
Yeah.
It's a habit.
But yo, I like that topic because again, it's like I think we're kind of society is like, oh, work, but you have to take care of yourself physically, mentally. Like if you're not right, that's number one, you know. So good message to promote.
Yeah.
Fuck with that.
So what do you want to do for the ending of this year and next year? Like what's your short-term plan?
Short-term plan?
And I'll ask you what your 10-year plan is.
Okay.
That's very important.
Fire.
You got to have a 10-year plan.
Fire.
10 years, you got to know where you want to be.
This is the M Works and CK interviewing me. I fuck with that.
Yeah, about to flip the script.
Flip the script, bro. Just like you did with K Money. Classic fucking video, by the way. Please go watch that.
Which video?
The K Money interview. That was you, no?
Oh, hell yeah.
In the hotel.
Yeah, it was a
back
hotel. Yeah, it was a hotel. It was a hotel.
Smoking fucking
chopped it
huge blunt with K Money on. Yo, legendary.
That was sick. On the balcony, yeah.
Yo, again, go watch that. That is a legendary piece of content, man. Retour.
Just the Retour
outtakes.
2, right?
That was Retour. Yeah, that was 2.
That was 2.
Super rare.
So what's your
But
what's
to
your plan?
answer your question,
Yeah.
this year, to end off exactly how I've been doing this year, consistent with interviews, bro. And again, I'm gonna relate it back to you guys. If I look at the M Works library, it's consistent work. Some guys that I don't really know who much they are, but it's still work. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I want with this shit. Like, quality for sure, but I want that quantity from my experience, like getting better, handling different situations, personalities. So that's number one. For next year, I love how you touched on the logo. Marketing is the biggest thing for me on going forward. How to get this logo out a bit more, be able to monetize this in some sort of way. Maybe not from the podcast, but brand, huge. Shit like that, hats, stuff like that, getting stuff like that out there. That's like the more on the long term plan. Short term, finish off strong, but I've been able to drop pretty consistently this year. I want to continue that till the end of this year, and then go like that.
But I want to ask you something. You ever plan to go outside the realm of this?
For sure.
I was just about to say
sure.
that. I can see with like a
sure.
TV network.
Is there any other work that you're doing right now that you want to hint off? Yeah, if you don't want to give anything away too, that's cool.
I've sort of this year, like I started doing vlogs and shit like that, street type of shit.
Oh, that's what's up.
And we talked about something that I think we got to make happen with that. So I definitely like that. You know what? I'll give out this, bro. I don't know if you're No Jumper fans, but the model they have right now is something I really like, where they are always doing like interviews and shit, but they're also doing these vlogs. They're hosting events. They're doing all different type of shit. And the TV network is kind of how I see it. For me, bro, it's to not have to rely on my being in front of the camera. I want this to be fun, bro. Like, podcast, I want it to always like kind of be this type of vibe of real conversation. I don't want it to be like a, you know what I'm trying to say, like the other shit. Let's build this as big as we can, you know. That I don't know how that answer was, but that's how I would say.
You building this organically. That's one thing I like about you, bro.
I appreciate that, man. That's number one, bro. That's number one.
I mean, like the whole city, we're in a good spot right now. It's Rolling Loud weekend.
Yes.
Shout out all the artists performing out there. So it's definitely a first Rolling Loud in the city. It's incredible.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
I really wanted to talk to you guys about Rolling Loud. What when you first heard it was coming here, what were your thoughts?
I thought that was cool. I thought that was dope. Definitely.
I thought another great opportunity for the city. Yeah.
Huge festival, man. Only been to 4 or 5 cities before.
Yeah.
To come to Toronto is real, man. We got a chance to really make some noise here.
Yeah, make some strides.
Make some strides. I gotta ask you though. I'm a fucking look at the negatives and the positives. I want to ask you. You think it could be a negative look? that, you know, that opinion is out there with this event.
I feel like
I don't think it could be a negative look at all. I think it's only a positive look. I mean, people could speculate
Right.
any type of scenario in their head, but I think it's only a W for the city.
Yeah, I think anything negative or anything that was going to perceive to be negative is definitely going to be a positive anyways, because controversy is good.
How do you guys feel about that?
Shit.
Because I never see, that's another thing, I never see you guys posting, like, clickbait or shit like that. It's always to post a video that you've made or some update with the brand. How do you guys feel about the kind of sexy controversy sells type shit?
Man, I must sound redundant, but like I said, if you put in that work, you don't need to do anything clickbait. You don't ever need to do that.
I mean, I feel it's just another niche. It's just another avenue for content creators to find their way.
Right.
You know, there's so many niches out there that you could tap into, and I feel like that type of appeal is just one. So, I mean, get it by any means. If it's working for you, why not?
I feel you, bro. I like that perspective because a lot of people, and even myself, a lot of times say, like, fuck that shit, like, you know, but to take that perspective is very, like, mature, but also real as fuck. Like, yo, if you could pay your bills doing this shit, it's pretty sick.
So
I like that.
My homie said he's here. I don't know if you want to pause or...
I'm down.
But how long were you actually?
37 minutes.
yo, you might have to pull an edit, bro. I went like this for a second.
No way. That's fucking hilarious.
Nah, that's like...
boom.
That's podcast shit, bro. Yeah, I'll grab your buddy. All right, man. Short intermission there. M Works CK Legends. Another guest in the building, too.
Oh, hell yeah.
Gang. M Works, bro. CK has been a fucking pleasure as always.
It's always been a pleasure, man.
We're gonna expect a lot more shit coming up in the future, 100%. But yo,
100%.
talk a bit about what you have coming up in the next little while. Anything you want to plug, promote.
Well, really just my film, Mind of the Mask, working on the sequel, we're writing it. So I really have a bunch of short films that I want to get, ideas that I have in my head that I want to put out there.
Right.
That, the Academy, I want to start teaching, as you know. And really, you're going to start seeing M Works getting a lot more into 3D animation and Claymation. Like I said, got a special Claymation musical coming up. It's going to be a spectacle. And yeah, that just always working. Always just trying to give back.
Always.
Whether it's with the knowledge, whether it's with, you know, giving an opportunity to someone. That's all I'm about.
Love it, bro.
Yeah.
CK, how about yourself, my guy?
Got some concepts in the work, definitely. There's some things that me and him touch base on that we're probably going to be working on real soon, too. Not going to give too much away, but yeah, it's going to be sick.
It's gonna be fire.
Yeah, we're all in a good position right now. You know what I mean? We're blessed to be in Toronto, because when you think about it, in North America, there's maybe only like 3 cities that are larger in population than Toronto: L.A., New York, Chicago.
Mexico City. That's it.
Okay.
Chicago's smaller.
Yeah, Mexico City. So really, if you were to go anywhere else to a different city and try and go for somewhere that has more opportunity, you would have to go to like one of those cities. Otherwise, you would just be going to a smaller community. But that doesn't mean that if you went to a smaller place in the States, for example, that you're getting less opportunity, because you still have access to a much broader demographic. But with that being said, yeah, we're really blessed. I know a lot of people like to say Toronto this, Toronto that. You know what I mean? Everyone has something to say about their home city. But really, I'm blessed. I'm blessed to have started this career here. If I could have gone back and picked any city to have done it in, and go with the same route, the same levels that I've reached, I wouldn't change it. I would want to do it in this city. I'm glad to be a part of all the great acts that have come out of the city. You know, I'm just very focused. So, you know, people always try and say, oh yeah, M Works, you're a legend, this and that. You did, you know, say a lot, you know, in a good way. But I really just try and keep level-headed, stay working, stay grinding, and just sharing the knowledge. I got a great team around me. You know, they've been really inspiring me, and they provide a lot of input into my projects that I wouldn't have if I didn't have the certain team that I have around. You know, so I'm kind of like the Neptunes, if you know that group.
Pharrell.
Yeah. So when you see the Neptunes, you see Pharrell, but you don't know that there's a whole group behind them. You know, that's putting in just as much work. So that's like the best way to describe me.
I love
You know?
that, bro. And I do really like that you always show love to Toronto because you're right. I think it's mostly like negative headlines like we were talking about before. What a fucking city, bro. What a city, man. I go to other cities and I want to come back because I'm like, man, Toronto has everything I fucking need, man.
Yeah, it all depends on the lens you're looking at it from now. I feel like everyone just looks at it with this one lens, so you gotta kind of look at it different now. Always just like how everyone else is putting it out to be. You gotta have your own perspective.
Real shit.
'Cause I go there and I'll be chilling out there for different things. So
We're trying to take it to the world. As much as we love, what we're able to do in the city, there's still so much that I want to explore, with film, with work, and also just for my own pleasure. A lot of different places. I love just, even in Ontario too, there's a lot of hidden gems that you can go to without having to leave the actual country. A lot of spots, a lot of places, especially if you're into the outdoors, And like I said earlier, that's where I draw a lot of my ideas from, just real life.
Yep.
Go for a walk down the street, look at a building and think what it was or what was going on here 20 years ago. Or, you might see someone walking down the street, you might wonder what he's thinking in his head. So really just living life is how I just get the most inspiration, is how I draw the most energy from actual real life experiences. That's the name of my third Retour, the Retour RLX, real life experiences.
yeah.
You're coming out with a new Retour?
No, I
So when they
part
came out
3,
prior,
Past.
yes,
yeah,
correct.
part 3, the name was RLX.
Didn't even know that.
Real life experiences.
Real life experiences.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's the motto. I might have to change it from the work to RLX.
I love that, man.
Yeah.
Go outside, you see some shit, you never know.
Yeah. No, I'm fibbing. I'm bluffing. It'll always be the work. That'll always be the motto.
Is there a real Retour 4 potential?
I have a part 4.
Yeah, that's out.
What's out then?
It's
How many
part 3 and part 4 came out
together?
a week from each other.
Okay.
So it could be a little easy to get mixed up. But yeah, that was a little. I like that strategy that I did. Just back-to-back documentaries.
Yeah, I'm excited to work
promote
on the
them.
next one, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm excited to work on the next
Retour
one.
5 coming up soon.
I gotta tap in
Shit.
on that, man.
Oh, hell yeah.
Come to the city, let's go.
Shit, we'll probably have you
Yes,
walk
sir.
up in the hood or whatever.
Super
wherever we're
down.
going to, yeah.
Super down.
sir.
Yo, I
Do the interview.
super down, bro. We got a lot of shit coming. We're still doing a food show at some point.
Yep.
100%. But yo, I appreciate you guys, man.
Oh, appreciate you.
Shout out your social medias again.
For sure. MWorks _ Instagram, YouTube. Search MWorks. It should be the first page to come up.
Yeah, I keep my private. I mean,
Real
tag
one,
me
bro.
in
If
it,
you
though.
know CK, you know CK, man. End of story. Shout out M Works, shout out CK, Versatile Vigilante. Like, subscribe, all that.
Versatile.
Versatile, man. Keep your eyes open. You know what time it is. Shout out Toronto. There we go.
Yes, sir. Cheers to that.
Cheers. Man, yo,
Appreciate you guys.
trying to get some shabake, bro?